My dear brothers and sisters, good day to you all. I will give you the tale of the lazy bride. In a small and peaceful village of Danyanjeji, there living a young woman named Zulaihat. She was known throughout the village as a beautiful lady desired by many young men, but Zulaiha had a big problem. She was very lazy. She did not like sweep, cook, or fetch water. Whenever her mother sent her to do simple chore, she would pretend to be tired or sick. Her friends would go to river to wash clothes, but Zulaihat would stay at home sleeping or looking at herself in the mirror. Despite her laziness, many believe that her beauty alone would give her a good future. Her parents hope she will change and learn to help around the home, but Zulaihat ignored everyone's advice. She thought being beautiful was enough, and that men would still want her for marriage. Many elders in the village warning her mother, saying a lazy girl will bring sorrow to her husband's house, but her parents kept quiet, hoping things would work out. One day, a wealthy farmer from another village came looking for a wife. He saw Zulaihat and immediately fell in love with her beauty. He sent a proposal. Zulaihat became excited. Finally, she would be married and free from housework forever. What she did not know was that her life was about to change in a way she never expected. The news of Zulaiha's marriage spread quickly around to their village. Women in the village came together to prepare everything for the wedding. They are cooking large pots of food, decorating the house, and sang a traditional songs. Everyone was excited for the big day. Zulaihat wore a beautiful red dress with beads shining around her neck and wrist. She looking like a true queen. Although everything was perfect on the outside, the truth was that Zulaihat still refused to help in the preparation. Her mother begging her to assist with cooking and saving the guests, but she refused. She said, "I am a bride. I must rest and looking beautiful." So others women working twice as hard to cover up for her laziness. Some of them began to talk behind her back, wondering what kind of wife she would be. On the day of wedding, Zulaihat walking gracefully to her husband's village. Her new home was a big and full of hard-working people. Her husband, Malan Tijani, believed he had made the right choice. He thought Zulaihat would make him proud. But from the first night, things began to show. When it was time for the bride to save her new husband, Zulaihat calling for her younger sister to do it. People in the compound looking at her with surprise. Some, though she was just tired for the journey, but others suspecting her true nature would soon be relevant. Zulaihat starting her marriage life with high hope. She believed that in her new home she would be treated like a princess. However, things did not go as she imagined. On the first morning, her mother-in-law asking her to get up early and help with cooking. Instead of joining them, Zulaihat stayed in her room, pretending to be asleep. At first, her husband did not say anything. He believed she would adjust with time, but as days passed, Zulaihat continued her lazy habit. She did not cook, didn't sweep, and did not wash clothes. She would spend her time decorating herself and watching other people to do work. The woman in the house starting to complain. They told Malan Tijani that his wife was not having like a proper marriage woman. The situation got worse when Zulaihat asked her husband to hire a maid so she would have to do work. So Malan Tijani was shocked. He reminded her that in their village, all women working and helping their families. Zulaihat ignoring him. She said beautiful was enough and she would not spoil her delicate hands with work. Soon, even her husband began to lose patience. He realized that her beautiful was not enough to make a happy home. The simple people who praised her beautifully began to laugh at her laziness. Zulaiha continued living in a fright, unaware that her life was falling apart. One day, a great challenge came to the family. Malan Tijani fell sick and could not go to the farm. The family depending on the harvested for the farm and food income. The only way to survive was to work hard together. Other women in the family went to the farm every day. They expected Zulaiha to join them, but Zulaiha refused. She said she didn't know how to farm and wasn't going to learn. Her mother-in-law became very angry. She shouted, "If you don't work, you won't eat." But Zulaiha did not listen. She thought she could depend on her beauty to get whatever she wanted. Days passed, and the foods in the house began to finish. One evening, Zulaihat was very hungry, but nobody gave her food. Her sister-in-law told her, "Everyone who worked today has eaten. You did not work, so you will sleep hungry." For the first time in Zulaihat's life, Zulaihat went to bed without it. That night, she cried and thought about her life. The next morning, when she entered the kitchen, she heard the woman whispering. One of them said, "Beautiful fate, but good habit remain." That sentence touched her heart. She realized she had allowed laziness to blind her. She decided it was time to change. Zulaihat woke up before sunrise. She tied her scarf, held a broom, and began to clean the compound. The women in the house were surprised. They are watching her sweep, fetch water, and help in kitchen. At first, they thought she was pretending, but as they passed, they saw she was serious. She went to the farm with her sister-in-law. She made a mistake, but she was willing to learn. Slowly, people in the village began to respect her. Even her mother-in-law, who once scolded her, now smiled and gave her advice. Zulaiha had become a different woman, not because she lost her beauty, but because she gained wisdom. Her husband saw a change and thanking God for answering his prayer. Instead of laughing at her, people now praise her for the transformation. Zulaiha finally understood that true beauty comes from hard working, patience, and humanity. She living happily with her husband, working side by side to build a peaceful home. And whenever a young girl in the village asking her for advice, she told them the same thing. A lazy bride will suffer, but a hardworking woman will always find peace.